Here I am 3 years into using the original Google Wi-Fi mesh system with 3 access points, and I've decided to move away from the Google system entirely. Their update to their mesh system, now known as Nest Wi-Fi, was really underwhelming, and it wasn't something that sold me. In my opinion, they took that system backwards and limited it for future-proofing for your home. With the update, removing the physical LAN ports on the mesh points was a real deal breaker for me. And the exclusion of Wi-Fi 6 was just the icing on the cake for me to just say that system isn't going to work for me any longer. Sure, I could have purchased multiple routers and just created another Google Wi-Fi system with the Nest Wi-Fi, but ain't nobody got time for that, and I just didn't want to do all that. And with no Wi-Fi 6, it was time for me to move on, and I found something very different. So here I am with the AmpliFi Alien. This tri-band Wi-Fi 6 router has given me a boost in increased network capacity and has been able to cover the same footprint as 3 pucks that I've had in the past. This has reduced my dependency on multiple access points and has reduced my wire clutter in the 2 areas of my home where I had those access points. Before we get any further into this video, I want to say this isn't a full review, as I am currently in the process of moving to an area that has fiber internet service, and I want to reserve my in-depth review for when I'm able to feed this router with some serious bandwidth. Additionally, I don't have a whole lot of Wi-Fi 6 enabled devices in the home, so that is not going to be part of this review. I mean, the iPhone 11 Pro is, but I haven't really noticed the difference in internet connection because of my internet service provider. In the meantime, I want to do this initial usage video and review and talk about my experiences with it since I've had it for about a month, and I think I can share some initial impressions on this router, considering most people will be in the situation I am in now by being pigeonholed to their terrible ISP service with data caps and old-headed city councils that think the internet isn't a utility and doesn't need to bring it to their cities. Now, having said that, the Alien provides 2 times the coverage with its high-performance custom antenna array with a 2.2 GHz 64-bit quad-core CPU, improved Wi-Fi 5 GHz radio, and the new Wi-Fi 6 technology that has both 5 GHz and 2.4 GHz radio bands. Because a lot of the work for internet connectivity is being done on board the system of the Alien, it lessens the strain on your device. And AmpliFi says that it will help with reducing battery drain on mobile devices. Personally, I haven't noticed a change in battery on my mobile devices while at home, so I think that's just some marketing magic that AmpliFi is saying that their Alien offers. I'm not saying it's not true, I'm just saying I haven't experienced any difference. And since we're on radio specifications, the Alien comes with a 2.4 and 5 GHz Wi-Fi 6 and 5 GHz Wi-Fi 5 radios. They theoretically can deliver 7,685 megabits of total capacity with usage of its 16 spatial streams built into this router. Essentially, this thing is extra powerful and has this hardware to kind of manage all of those actions that are occurring with your internet connection, as well as managing devices efficiently without you having to do anything. This is primarily due to the pretty powerful CPU that it's included inside of this thing. You can purchase the Alien alone for $379, or you can get it in a mesh system for $699, which is the Alien router paired with a satellite unit that is dumbed down. The mesh point has 1 gigabit Ethernet port and no touchscreen. So here's my recommendation to you. Don't buy the mesh system for $699. I wholeheartedly think you should just buy 2 Alien router units and put one of them in bridge mode, essentially turning one of the Aliens into a mesh point without sacrificing the touchscreen and the 4 gigabit Ethernet ports that are included on that. If you buy 2 Aliens, it'll cost you $758, which is $59 more than the packaged mesh system. To me, $60 is well worth the price difference because you'll get another fully functional router and switch with a beautiful touchscreen. You can easily create a mesh setup in your home using multiple Alien router units. The app makes it really easy to do that. You just essentially set up the next Alien router, put it in bridge mode, and it starts to act like a satellite point. And then you can connect all kinds of things into that, or 4 of them, because you have 4 gigabit Ethernet ports on the back of that thing. And you also get a beautiful touchscreen. And since we're talking about the screen, it is beautifully vibrant and is a touchscreen. It gives you a quick snapshot of network status, connected devices, Wi-Fi signal strength, date and time, and system information right at the front of it. Not only does it display that information, the Alien provides instant control by touching the router, and you can take action on those things. I love this feature of the Alien. It is superbly responsive and very useful to me. The display and base ring light are capable of being turned up to be super bright, or you can turn them off entirely. The one thing though, you don't have to pick either. You can enable night mode and set custom times for when it turns off and back on again. And you can also adjust the brightness level of those two things. It has a 4.7 inch 274 by 1268 resolution screen that is a pretty substantial 279 ppi. It is full color and is capable of providing haptic feedback when you're interacting with it. Moving this video on to testing the performance, and since performance is subject to your individual ISP, and there are so many different factors in testing routers, internet connection capabilities, I'm just gonna focus on testing the speed at which I can move data around on and within my own home network. By that I mean I'm going to take some files from my Mac and move them to my Synology NAS, and take those same files and move them back. So let's go ahead and hop into that and see how this thing performs. I'm going to take this opportunity to showcase a practical, objective review of how the AmpliFi Alien is performing on my network and in my specific instance. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and open up Blackmagic Disk Speed Test, and we're going to write directly to my Synology NAS via a Wi-Fi connection that is currently connected. So let's hop on over to my Synology NAS, my disk station, and then we'll start this off by a 1 GB file and see how it performs. There's nothing to call home about because it's a very slow speed, but that's just a disk speed test via a Wi-Fi connection on my home network. Now the real practicality comes into place when I have this 1 GB file that I'm going to be transferring over to the Synology NAS, and we'll see how long that actually takes to complete. And we'll go ahead and start it now. Okay, so it took a little under 2 minutes for that to completely finish. Let's go ahead and rename this file and re-copy it back to the iMac Pro. All right, so that was a little over 2 minutes, so it took longer to take from my Synology to my iMac Pro's desktop. Managing documents and having a network desktop, folder that I work from 2 different computers. Version management is not an issue anymore or anything like that. And that's a different video for that type of purpose. If you're interested in that video, I did do speeding up your Synology NAS, and I'll leave a card here if you want to check that out. These tests are completely subjective and are just a common way for me to see some practical application of the Alien router in my home. I move files to and from my Synology all day, every day, and this performance is something that I rely on. I also work directly from my NAS with a network desktop, so creating, accessing, modifying, and saving to the networked document is something I depend on as well. I can definitively say that AmpliFi Alien has improved my home networking experience by quite a bit. Doing all the stuff I do takes less time. It gives me instant access to my Synology NAS, and I really don't see like a missing part of that Google Wi-Fi system. Usually that would take a little bit to spin up. The Alien just manages that, and I'm editing documents off my network drive easily. My family can be streaming Netflix, playing games online, and doing schoolwork all while I'm working via my network without any issues. I haven't noticed anything. No hiccups, no nothing. The high performance custom antenna array paired with an extremely powerful and future-proof CPU and Wi-Fi radios powers through all of my demands on that system without even breaking a sweat. The AmpliFi Alien is a great tool, and it works flawlessly in my house. Let's move to close this video up by talking about the app. When you purchase an Alien router from AmpliFi, it includes AmpliFi's teleport configuration free VPN tool that is free to you, which means you can remotely access your home network from anywhere in the world safely and securely. I've used this a couple of times to remote in my home's network and power off some Philips Hue lights that I noticed that I left on, and it's worked pretty good. The iOS and Android apps are great as well, and that gives you the simplified tools that you need to manage your home network without you having to be a networking systems administrator. If you're in the market for a new router and want to future-proof your home internet for a few years, don't want to spend a ton of time setting up and managing your network, need a faster Wi-Fi and the ability to connect multiple high-demand internet connected devices, want a pretty cool looking device, and don't want to spend a ton of money, the Alien by AmpliFi is definitely something you should consider purchasing. It has been great for me. It's been a workhorse and has powered through some of the most demanding tasks for me, and it is something I would purchase again. I definitely will be purchasing a second Alien router to set up a mesh setup in my home soon enough. That's something I plan on doing. Maybe I'll make a video on it. If you like that idea, hit that thumbs up button. I'll know that you're interested in some video like that. If you're interested in pricing and availability, I'll leave it linked in the description. Those may or may not be affiliate links. I found the best pricing is from AmpliFi directly, and I'll leave that link down there as well. I'm just not affiliated with them, and if I can find one on Amazon, that will be my affiliate link. Purchasing through affiliate links help you support content creation here on this channel, so if you want to shop through there, that helps give me a little bit of kickback without costing you anything in addition, and that's a way you can support content creation here on this channel. Well, that about does it for me in this one. If you like this video, please feel free to give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, you know what to do. Thanks for taking the time to watch. I'm Tomas, and I will catch you in the next one.